HamiltonRadio.net. What up? What's good? Say Q, Drew Smitty, Ron Committee, So Unique is back. Yeah. West Trent. Yeah. Hip-hop lives through me, it came from the streets. Rhythm with a break beat, prove who can MC. Metaphors and techniques made you have to check me. My dialect connect peace, lyrics that are wet sheets. Spit it raw and sexy, shorty wanna F me. Swerving to the left beat, on the grind and stress free. Bust a shot of dead beef, hit him in the headpiece. Warned you not to test me, ice bars is Gretzky. Slide it in your wifey, all the women love me. A slight touch of grimy, sliced in half a dime piece. Knuckle rapper 5-piece, high looking Chinese. Muay Thai IP, vivid on your screen, eyes wide like high beams, too low to find me. Switching lanes like car thieves, Starsky and Hush trees. Roll up the best weed, firewater Hennessy. Ginseng for energy, holla mommy Ben Aki. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Monk Show, I'm tuned in. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Monk Show, I'm tuned in. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Monk Show, I'm tuned in. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Monk Show, I'm tuned in.
Okay, I thought I was just asking. I was just asking. Okay, yeah, cause you know, I got SHAFFONA Morgan tonight, and we're gonna present a song off her upcoming album. But I want like the whole album, but we only got one song, so it's all good. But I'm gonna make y'all wait for it. We ain't gonna play it like that. You know what I mean? And plus, there's a lot of other stuff going on. So go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hey, listen, man. I'm SHAFFONA Morgan, singer, songwriter, professional recording artist, man, from Trenton, New Jersey, right in the middle, in the smack of the city. You already know, man.
Okay, my man, introduce yourself.
I'm Shamar, her cousin, actor inside her music video, The Meanest. You know, we out here.
So you do got the video, that one video?
Yeah.
It's already up?
Put a hold on that right now. No.
Okay, so it's not up yet. So we just got the song.
That's right.
Okay, so we gonna hold off on the song, and cause you know that one thing we gotta wait. You know what I mean? But there's other things going on.
That's right.
But at the same time, you know, tell us a little bit about. Wait a minute, didn't you have some other music from the last time?
What music?
The first time you came when we was over at the other building.
I'm always working on something on a project, man. I remember we was talking about something.
Did you have a couple
I had
songs?
so many songs in the bag.
But don't you got any more on YouTube?
Yeah, but that was pretty much another, you know what I mean? They all say, I mean, you can go check them out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, and save that one for like the last one and give them a preview of what you already working with.
Right. I mean, that's fine too.
Okay. This
man.
on YouTube,
You know the
right?
name.
They on YouTube?
One name, man, SHAFFONA Morgan. That's SHAFFONA MORGAN.
Okay. All right. Now I got that one song, so we're going to hold off on that.
You keep saying that one song, man. That one song, bomb, man.
I seen one. No,
you keep saying that one song. I mean,
you can't.
They've been waiting for that one song.
They've been waiting for that one song.
You keep saying that one song. That song fire.
Yeah, but it's a 2-hour show, so I gotta like make it work. But you know what I'm saying? I make it work. You can't just play it now and then what? We gotta like drum it up to something. But I see you do got something else. It's like 1:26 seconds. Closer, Neo.
Yeah, man. I got Diamond on there by Rihanna. I have a lot of cover songs on there, man.
Okay.
I did one by Miley Cyrus, one of the biggest ones, you know, hits on the internet, man.
Okay. If we could play that one. Now I got this one right here. You want to play this one?
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let's see. Give me some volume on this, on the pad. She got the club going on.
This is actually an interview.
But you know what? I kind of, you know, I could have like played this on the screen, like on the big screen for everybody to see. Is that what people seeing right now, Ruben? Okay.
I was about to say.
Like I seen a dude with the towel.
Doing?
Yeah, like yeah.
Putting
Yeah, so we still regular broadcast. I got the monitors. Let me put my other joints on so I can see what he doing in there. Cause
He said, I gotta get a hold of him in
he
there.
wild. He wild. Other than you look up, and I bet you a 210 dude with the towel on. Like, what the hell?
Listen, one thing you count on, he always been the same, man.
Okay, we got a few snippets here. I see a few that popped up. You got "Let Me Love You" by Mario.
That's right.
And that's cool. We could play that. SHAFFONA Spring cover, cause you do some gospel too, right?
That's right, man. That's where this originated from, man.
Right, cause you come from a gospel family.
That's right.
The Morgans are a gospel family.
That's right.
Yes, it was for a long time. You know, I knew the brothers and all of them. I guess Jamie and Jermaine since like 9th grade. You know what I mean? So you know, we used to always be on the 3rd floor at Trenton High working on music and stuff. You know what I mean? So I know you got it honest.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's the whole family is musically inclined, man. If
Yeah,
they don't sing, they play an instrument.
Yeah, right. Everybody do something.
Bring it together. You got a band, man.
Y'all like the kind of like the Jacksons for Trenton.
A lot of people say that.
No, because they can sing. Now, I know a lot of the other people that can sing from just being a musician myself and over the years, and it's maybe a few. I know the other my man James Brown, most of his family can sing. Not
Right.
The G James Brown, but he's from Trenton too. Big guy, it's James A. Brown, and he sang and his sister sang and stuff like that. But other than that, it's probably just y'all.
Right.
And if I'm missing somebody, they just gonna have to approach, like, man, you messed up my family. I have to bring you on the show. Let's bring you on the show. Might even have to ask for a donation.
That's right.
You want the truth as a donation?
MUNK
It
is a
costs.
mess.
Now I got my cousin,
You know I'm fighting.
Chocolatopia. She is co-hosting with me tonight. But
Hello.
but you know, I like to say this before we go into this music. Right, this is my 414th show. Y'all know I was on her show before I started my show.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, tell a little
That's
bit
what's
about the
up,
history.
man.
Yeah, everybody know me, Chocolatopia.
Yeah, but the world, you know, we ain't just in Trenton. Like, I'm about to do a shout out to show you everybody
Radio
that's around the world.
host, singer, songwriter, artist development. I do it all. Anything to do with music, everybody knows. Chocolatopia does it. I've been in this for 20 years plus. I work with everybody. Goldfingers, Don Black, Too Grimy, Lil Nelson, everybody. Let's just say everybody. So I had a show. I was on the radio. I used to bring him on my show. Wi-Fi 1460 AM. We don't want to shout nobody else out, but anyway.
We don't mind that. We still number one. It don't care.
So,
He said, well,
yeah, that's how he started coming with me. Now I'm coming with him. So, you know, it is what it is. We just do this. You know.
That's what's up.
Cousins, we do it.
So y'all make sure y'all share the video around, and I'm gonna give y'all some work because homegirl can sing. This is her second time here, but it's her first time in the new studio. Yeah,
Right.
what you think?
It's nice, man. Like I told you when I walked in, it's nice. I like the spacing. You know, I remember when y'all was trying to get it together over there, man.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
you know, I like it.
But I
like
thought
the
that
setup.
was together too. I was psyched over there with that. But then,
Look, we was
you know,
psyched on
Listen,
that side
listen,
too.
Mark,
Yeah.
you always had a
I was
vision for
just
something
like-
bigger and better.
I mean,
he was on the other stuff.
I mean, like before that, there was like a garage here, and that was
Right.
like
Yeah.
the first studio
Yeah.
for this particular spot.
Yeah.
And I mean that was cool too. But then it's like, you know, when we get to this level, you start looking back on it like, damn, this is a big difference. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, stepping up. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Supposed to
Sometimes
step up.
this right here, the lesson for me was, we thought we was stepped up, we thought we was doing something, but then when we got here, it was like, oh no, this is where it's at.
Now you're
You
doing
know what I
something.
mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, but we have celebrities here every week, and we got a lot of other people that have shows here. That's what make it number one in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And for
And y'all
artists,
got a lot of time in too.
yeah, for a lot of artists that's been here, a lot of people they start here, got record deals out of here, whole career started, you know, right after this show. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were able to catapult their business into like all types of directions all over the world as international shows. So Like I do the Facebook. This is for our friends and stuff,
Right.
but it ain't just Facebook. This is international. You know, in a minute I'm gonna tell you who all the people listening. You know, I'd like to give them shout outs. But first, we're gonna let them give a dose of what we're working with. You know what I'm saying? So this is the Neo cover, right?
Yeah, man.
So
you
we
can
could-
play
'cause
that
we-
Shine Bright Like a Diamond. They love that too.
Yeah, you got it on here?
Yeah, it should be
okay,
on
I'll
there.
have
Play
to type that
anyone,
in.
man. I mean,
I'll have to type that one in. But we're going to start, because I wanted to play it really on the screen, but we could do this and then I'll give him the other videos and stuff so he could put it on there. Okay, this is a cover. Just to give you a dose of SHAFFONA Morgan. I was always mispronouncing your name when I was saying SHAFFONA. Because it's SHAFFONA, so it's SHAFFONA.
SHAFFONA Morgan.
So you ain't going to put the Y on there. Shay. Okay. All right, we go put the this on. So this is SHAFFONA Morgan. Okay. Great. I'm gonna let this all track more first.
And she shines just like a star. And I swear I know her face. I just don't know who you are. Turn the music up in here. I still hear her loud and clear. Like she's right there in my ear. Telling me that she wants to own control me. Come closer. Come closer. Hey, and I just can't pull myself away under a spell I can't break. I just can't stop. I just can't stop. Hey, and I just can't bring myself away, but I don't want to escape. I just can't stop. I just can't stop.
All right, what happened?
It was only a minute 26.
Oh, okay.
It was a short little snippet.
All right.
Trying to get the other ones
Well, we
queued
back.
up. You know what I mean?
Up on the screen.
Because you got a lot of little short clips that I can play
that's
them,
like it,
and that's cool. I want to get to the gospel joint because I know you can blow on that. You should have just drunk some ginger ale. You should have just drunk some ginger ale. You know what I
Why
mean?
ginger
Because
ale?
sometimes you sing better when your voice raspy. You can
When
get
you're
that.
hoarse.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what?
because you could get your Mahalia Jackson on.
Mahalia
Get your Layla Hathaway
That is, she more like Mahalia Jackson. You was more like Fantasia, bro.
Oh, stop it! Stop it! I can't sing at all. So.
Yeah, but that Fantasia does that.
Let's see. Now,
She said,
we got a
Like she
little
got a
sample
stomachache.
of what you're working with, so you might as well go over a little bit for the people who never heard your music before. Tell us a little bit about how you got started and what was your influences, like the first time you knew you was gonna be singing like that.
hey, listen, man, I actually started singing at 5 years old. You know, the musical influence was there, my family, you know, I watched all generations, man, from my great-grandma to my grandma and them group to, you know, all my uncles group to, you know, coming down to us, even ones under me, you know what I'm saying? So the inspiration was seeing my family travel the world and sing, you know what I mean? It was just like, for me, it was like, man, I got to do it. But what's funny is they never believe I could sing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they used to be in there rehearsing, and they had a group called Just Brothers at the time, my
I
uncles.
remember that. That's
Yeah.
what it was, Just Brothers.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Russell.
yeah, Russell, Jerry, Mookie, Jamie, Jermaine, the twins,
Yeah.
and Tony, rest in peace, my Uncle Tony. But they was in there singing, and I'm like, yo, man, let me sing. I used to come in the room, they used to kick me out with the boot too. Shut the door, get out, get out. And I'm like, man, one day they're gonna let me sing. So I was strategic, you know. One year I said, instead of doing a speech, y'all let me sing a song. And they're like, you can't brush me off. Like, all right, you can sing a song. And I went in there, Monk, and I sung a song about it, and I looked up, and everybody in there was crying.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they all was like, she really can sing.
But see, I didn't meet you here. We met in Atlanta.
That's right.
And,
Down south.
that was a wild night right there. Cause did you know, like right after y'all left, like a fight broke out?
Yeah, I heard about it, man.
And we had to break them dudes up and everything. But shout out to my mans. Shout out to Nate the Great. You know what I mean?
Nate, what up, dude?
And my mans down there, you know, they holding it down. You know, I got caught in a situation down there, but the good thing about it is I went down there to save my mom, cause
Yeah, I remember you
this
telling
cat,
me about
you
that.
know what I mean? Cause I talk about this show is kind of also like a weapon too. You know, when you tell the truth, somebody gonna see it.
That's
You
right.
talk about some people like, you know, like I'm still semi live in the hood, but having a show like this, it curb all the little gangsters and stuff, because when you doing stuff like this, you got a voice that goes out, and I gotta, you know, and unfortunately, that brought me a lot of power, like
Right.
as far as like family power. You know, I don't really chill with like regular friends. Everybody, all my regular friends turned out to be family. Ain't that something?
Wow.
So, you
It
know,
be
I met
like
a
that,
lot
man.
of people down there that was in Atlanta when that was going on. But the deep part about it was on the way back that next morning, right down the street from where we were at, we got caught in the middle of a Klan rally.
Are you serious?
Yeah, right there by
We
dude
was
crib
all
and
out
that- and
there
that-
that night.
So that's what I'm saying, because I assumed everybody knew that was a black neighborhood, but the Klan, the reason why they was out there, because they were rallying behind it was 3 or 4 of them that pulled guns on a 5-year-old black kid.
Wow.
Wow.
So that was the reason why they were rallying, because they felt they had the right to pull guns off little kids.
Oh, man.
And they was out. It was thousands of them out there with shotguns. You can ask Great next time you see him. We rode through. He had his plumbing truck, and I've been talking about that a lot ever since that happened, because, you know, Atlanta, you know, it's a lot of G's out there, and I feel like why is so many G's? Ain't nobody doing nothing to them. So you right, cuzzo. Well, that's probably a good topic.
I
You
was
know, to
kinda
continue to get on that,
trying
like the
to be
black on black,
quiet.
the black on black violence, how it is.
Yeah,
But we got
it's
open
terrible.
racism. We got cops that's like seem like they Nazi members that's just employed by the police or work in the judicial system, and they
Right.
blatantly just. Before I came here, I was watching the video. I was waiting for Ruben, and a young black man was cleaning his dorm room, picking up trash around there. And the cops pulled up on him because they said they seen a no trespassing sign.
Right.
So they seen he was black, so they figured he didn't belong there.
Right.
So they went through this whole thing, and it's like, you know the little picker up thing. You think you pick trash up, the little
Yeah.
thing. They draw guns on him because they talk about that was a weapon.
Oh,
But he
man.
dropped the gun, and he just said picking up trash. He told him, he gave him his ID. He said, I live here. I want to play this video, but you know how you see stuff on Facebook, and if you don't
then it
save the video,
disappears,
I don't know if it's just me. Does your page like automatic reload without you touching stuff?
It's supposed to.
Yeah.
No, I mean like I'll be
refresh.
reading. I might be it just refresh itself, and I might be reading something, and it do it all by itself. I'll be like, God damn, I guess they ain't want me to see that. You know, I'd be mad about that though. What's that? You know I gotta wear glasses. I can't see it. Put it back up there. I can't see that.
MBK on the line.
Oh, okay. All right, put them on.
Yo,
What's up, man?
Mom, what's up with you, baby?
What's good? We got
Hey, yo, man,
we got
listen,
SHAFFONA here
man.
tonight. You got some inspiration for the artist.
Listen, man. Look, man. Inspiration. She give me inspiration. You feel me? That's my little sister. Like that's my real little sister, Mom. If you ain't know.
No, I didn't know you was a Morgan.
Nah, I'm
Nah,
not a
it's on my
Morgan, but we
dad's
got the
side.
same
That's
father.
right.
You feel what
Oh,
I'm saying?
okay.
So, like, yo, man, like, Monk, like, you know how you was doing things for me growing up and everything. It's just, yo, she's it, man.
That's what's up.
You feel me? She's it, man. Like, I don't know what to say, man. Like, and she come with straight feeling in all her music. You feel me?
That's what's up.
Like, you ain't gonna help but but cry sometimes, man. I've done it. Where's she at?
She right here.
I hear you, bro. I'm right here. I hear you.
Oh, you not? You gotta watch the cast. We on the live. You can see us
I'm
too.
supposed to be there, but you know I'm doing other things right now.
Oh, this is Jamel. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought you was Karan. That's what because he said MBK. So as soon as you said MBK, I was thinking about them. Okay, that's what's up. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you said you was gonna be in the building. Yeah, you in the building. You ain't in the building.
That's right.
Yeah,
Get on him, Monk. That's right. Get on him.
He been here before, but he ain't been in the new spot. He been at the old one. But
man, everything going on, man.
Man, I'm still messed up about my man Jay Tuck. That was my
man.
dude. He was
Rest
cool.
in peace, Tuck.
And I'm hearing different stories and stuff, but I'm not gonna really get into it. It's the point that when you see somebody getting money like that, doing this thing, like when he first came to my show, when this was a garage, he pulled out like 10 G's on the brother. He been getting that money, and my thing is, I'm starting to see that. And rest in peace to the brother Maurice Rowe. His funeral's tomorrow. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm not saying this is the reason these bad things happen to them, but it's an element. They're flashing that money, man, on the book, on these social networks like that. I think this.
But it's crazy. But it's crazy. Do that type. I ain't saying it's good to do that type of thing, but let that type of things happen to people that ain't doing things for
I think it's just right. I think it's people just hungry. I'm not saying that they got robbed or anything, but I know and for a fact it builds an envy. When you see cats on the top of their game, they got the latest clothes on, they got the whip, they got a nice car, they got the ladies, they doing their thing, they doing their shows.
Hey, Mom, I seen an interview the other day, right? And the person on that interview said the realest thing. It's a shame you got to be broke to stay alive.
Yep, in the hood.
Yeah, that's deep.
That's
a deep saying right there.
We don't like to see each other prosper as black people.
No, it's sad.
And we're the only race that is like that. Spanish people stick together. African people stick together. Italians stick together. The Irish stick together. The Polish stick together. Right. We will cut each other down because we're very jealous and envious of one another. And then they want to say Black Lives Matter. But Black lives don't matter to black people because we will shout and have a parade and a protest if a white cop kills a black person, but every single day in the hood, we should be having that protest every single day because on the average in America, in black America, black people kill more black people than white people do, than cops do, than anybody else does. And what I'm trying to figure out is when did we start hating each other so much? Because, I come from a family.
You know what I'm gonna say? Like, growing up in Trenton, I ain't gonna say the hate came so much and the hate was more. Like, I say the hate always been the same.
No, it haven't. No.
It's just that.
Well, he's younger than us.
Yeah, but this is the problem. This is what young people think, that it's just this way and this is the way it is. And no, it has not always been that way. I will tell you, my grandparents, they had to walk through white neighborhoods to go to Trenton High and get hot piss thrown on them, hot ammonia, bleach, and everything to go through Chambersburg to get to school every day. And now kids don't even want to go to school.
And I talk about
so
that
that's
a lot.
not the mentality.
Right.
I grew up in this town every single day of my life. That's not my mentality. My children grew up here. That's not their mentality. It's because of people saying, this is Trenton, this is what it is. It's not where you from, brother. It's where you going.
It's a mindset.
And we have to, that's the mindset. It's not where you're from. It's where you're going.
And another thing we have to consider,
that mindset that this is it.
Another thing, because I was raised old school. My mom's 71, so when I lost my mom in 91, she's strictly old school. You know what I mean? I might see somebody walking downtown, I'm acting up. She know from the church. And straighten me out. You know what I'm saying? But that's not, unfortunately, that's not everybody's experience and everyone's reality. And I learned, and then that I had, I grew up in the church, and then I had the street side. You know what I'm saying? Many people don't know. I was raised in Trenton as well as Freehold. You know what I'm saying? So I had two different perspectives of life, and it's like here, not saying that, sister, that it has always been like that, but let me tell you something. You have to deal with all types of people in this world, and it ain't nothing new under the sun. So ain't nothing new. So it's a mentality of our people, something that we have to address, man. We got to change ourselves.
It's the
and you got
younger
to start
people, though. It's
by
not
looking
really
in the mirror.
A lot of the older people, and it really starts at home, and it really starts with teaching your kids to be respectful.
So what are you going to say to
my thing is
a person who lost their mom and their dad? Their dad may have died, you know what I'm saying? They were killed out there in the streets, mom on drugs. What do you say to that person? Because now you're saying raising. See, everybody's reality is different.
What do you mean, what do I say to them?
I'm going to keep it simple.
Because I have those people in my family, so I'm
me
speaking
too.
from that perspective. And they did not still go out here and do these things. The mentality has changed with black people, and not just in Trenton, it's all over black America where the mentality has changed. But when you have people trying to teach you and you don't want to hear that, you have younger people who are very disrespectful, who don't respect themselves, who don't respect others. And then drugs is a part of it too.
Yeah.
The different types of drugs that are out now that weren't out before. Like crack hit us hard. Crack hit us hard, but no, it's all the same level though. It's all the same level, and the conversation has to be had, and this is the problem. This is why the mentality has changed, because people are afraid to have the conversation.
Right.
My mother was a drug counselor her whole entire life in Trenton. She saw dope, she saw crack, and what she sees now, she says is the worst she's ever seen. So I come from a background where I myself was a teacher.
Right.
I worked in Trenton Public Schools. So it's the parents that are not teaching the kids. It's the kids who are being disrespectful, because to be truthful, I had more parents worrying about what their kids wore to school than how their kids were doing in school.
I'm not saying you're
So, and then me as a teacher trying to speak to the parent doesn't want to hear it. So it's not that it's not being told. It's not that the conversation is not always being had. It's that why are they not receiving it? That's the question. Why is it not being received? Because the conversation is out there.
Well,
I mean, the people are out there.
Consistency as well, too.
But you keep saying sing. You keep saying you and your family sing. But listen, it's a different view or vision or focal point when from seeing going through it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying seeing. I'm saying we've lived this. Brother, I've worked with kids. My mother helped start the DARE program. Yes, when you work with children.
We live in the same house with these kids. You feel what I'm saying?
And you should be the teacher then. If you're living in the house with them, you should be the teacher. You should be the teacher.
You think I don't?
I'm not saying that you don't. You brought that question up, so I'm answering it for you. You should be that teacher, yes, because it starts at home. I was more scared of my mom and my dad than I was of the police.
Okay, so back to my
When
question. What do you say to the people who don't have that? What is your advice? Because I know,
well, they have somebody. If you're not an orphan on the street, you have somebody.
I'm counseling people right now. I'm not in a beta spirit, but I'm counseling young girls right now. Like I was telling you, I'm getting connected to the schools, man. Shout out to Rivera, people there. But
when we first started this, we was in City of Angels. City of Angels is like for drug rehab.
Right.
And we were in like the Groveville section of Hamilton that's not too far away from here. So we did a lot of fundraisers, but the thing is we had like hands-on, it's like witnessing some of the meetings. And this was for some of like the richer upper echelon people that had money, because you had to pay to be in there, and it cost a lot of money to be part of it, because you had to travel around and go to different centers, and you had to pay your own plane ticket and all that stuff. So I've seen the severity, because we're here, this is Robbinsville, but in Hamilton, did y'all know that Hamilton was #1 in heroin deaths in the whole state and #3 in the country?
I ain't know that.
But you don't see nobody sitting on their porch out here.
Right.
You
know what I'm saying?
And you don't see them in the news.
But I mean, compared to like Camden, Trenton,
where you
North,
see,
you know, you see all that stuff. You would think it would be there, but nah, it's places where you don't even see nobody. All you see is front porches, cars. you don't see no junkies walking around. Nobody hangs out on their front porch.
Well, because the saying is that white people do drugs and black people sell drugs.
Yeah, that's a saying.
Right.
That's
not
a
just
saying.
a saying, though. It's really
I done seen the reverse.
That's true, though.
White people do drugs.
Well,
and
when we
black
was in
people
I've seen it in
Atlanta,
reverse.
when we was in Atlanta, that was kind of reverse for
And
me.
one of the places I seen it was in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a whole
I've seen it
different vibe.
It's a different vibe, different
Door
world.
down there.
I'm judging a book by
I
its
agree
cover.
with her a little more, man. I don't know.
I mean, overall in the
drugs
country,
maybe-
black
drugs
people
maybe
sell drugs,
broke
but
down
white
our
people do 'em.
economy and broke down our, like, you know what I mean? Our hoods messed up, but in actuality, like, the type of drugs they taking is a rich person drugs, and they spending that bread. You feel me?
Yeah, they getting high for stuff. Look, man. Shout out to my man Wes. My man Wes is an Italian, and I met him some years back when I stayed in Warner Village in Hamilton, and he was a real criminal. But he was
back in our
he
day,
was a
man.
college student though. He was going to college, but the stuff he used to do. He would do the pills.
Yeah,
he would do the
But
coke.
now that's infiltrated the hood.
Right, and he do all these different pill stuff I never heard of, like speed and acid. I mean, he doing all this at one time. I remember one time, man, he said, man, I'm about to go snatch a car up. And we thought it, he had a car somewhere, he gonna call his people. No, he went into traffic and pulled some girl out of her car right after saying it, and left, and he didn't get caught or nothing.
terrible.
He didn't get caught or nothing. And he rode around in a girl car. They called police and everything. And like an hour later, he come back around like with a blunt in his mouth, like, "What's up?" Like,
Yeah.
He was so like what he said about
Different
the drugs.
rules.
They're doing more hardcore on a daily basis type of drugs because some of us can't even deal. Like I got some
Some of us
white
can't
friends, I
afford it.
can't party with them.
You can't
I can't party with them. Like if
trick
you
enough to
better not
afford
get
it.
drunk or something, because then you gonna wake up, they beat her and put lipstick on you or something like that. See, Ruben do that type of stuff.
I do
You
too.
He said, see,
can't
I
get
do
drunk
too.
around Ruben.
I'm not even gonna front.
No,
I do
don't
too.
get
You look
drunk
like
around
a old
Ruben.
chick when you get drunk around.
Ruben
men.
did that to a gangster before. I was like, oh
I
man,
put
no,
some
you want to
eyeshadow
kill
on
us.
you, pretty good.
you know how it go.
Look, I put some eyeshadow on you.
Uh-oh.
I do that too.
All right,
no.
but let me get
Oh,
back
no.
to my get back.
Yeah,
Y'all
we have-
stay
we
cool.
have-
All right, man.
Monk, I love you, Monk, sis. I'm gonna see you when you get back. I love you.
All right,
know
love you
what
too,
I'm
man.
Yo, who is that? I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I'm
I'm
sorry.
Chop. You can
but
just call me Chop.
You was hitting some points too. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
But,
gotta have the discussions though. I mean, it's
I
hard
love
because
you. I
people
gotta
don't
get
want to
back to
hear
where I
it.
get back.
But
y'all
take
stay
care.
cool.
These
Nice
are the
talking to
conversations
you,
we need
man,
to
I
have.
swear, this show always support us urban community, man. I love this show for real, 100.
That's
Y'all
one.
stay
That's
cool.
fantastic.
Water.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. I mean, what I wanted to say, because it's like it ain't like I'm here, like I'm, I got a lot of family in the hood, so we there every day, like we chilling with family. They had a good day today, whether just chilling with the fam on the block, kicking it up. But that subject, I think I can kind of like elaborate on that. Why the things the way they is. It's just like the street code, like. Like say, I had an issue with some cats about my front porch and all of that, and it turned into this whole fiasco. All this drama happened behind my front porch, and the thing is, what cats are scared to say, because you got to address the gang, people that's in so-called gangs. When this thing hit Trenton, they kind of changed the rules up, because the Bloods and Crips had really originally formed for to protect the
Protection.
community against the police brutality.
No, not against police brutality.
That originally it
against
was
other
for that. Yeah,
gangs,
I
white
mean,
gangs,
but it was
Ku
for
Klux
that
Klan.
too.
Oppression,
It
man.
was for
Oppression,
that
oppression.
too, because initially, like back then, we talk about like the '60s and the '70s.
That's Black Panthers. That's before.
Yeah,
gangs.
but that's where they came from.
Yeah,
That's what
the
it-
gangs,
it's
and that's
really-
what a lot of people don't know, that the Bloods and Crips originated from the Black Panthers.
Right.
And it was all for protection. None of it was for us to hurt each other and kill each other. It was for protection from against other people in our neighborhoods that were coming in our neighborhoods. Like,
So-
when the slave owners was raping the slaves, okay,
Right.
that kind of stuff was stopping.
I think it's
it
like
was for protection.
I think it's the intimidation now because
I think it's greed. And
that's part of it. Like, 'cause when it comes to the money part. But I think a lot of stuff is not getting addressed. When I see addressed, like handled, like the murders, like the recent murders, like nobody really knows why these things is going on except the people in the hood. Like, let's just deal with Nipsey Hussle, because that was crazy right there. Like, he was getting money and he was taking his boy to the shop to get some clothes because he had just got out of jail from doing a long stint, and that happened. So now that made me look at things a little bit more. It's like, I'm not even rich like that, but somebody who would think that you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because this, like I said, this is show 414, and look where we at. This is like a whole different evolved thing. And plus, we being number one in New Jersey, people assume like, well, that cat got dough. So people would try to make a move on you. So that make those of us that are doing things in the communities like such as yourself, we do a lot of stuff with the kids, and we like well into a lot of that stuff. Right. And you never know how a kid feel about you or what situation they're going through. And they might be like, well, he might got a stash in the crib or something like that. Because whether it's greed, I think it's the poverty level. There's a lot of poor people, and you got people that's parading their money, parading their wealth in front of you, whether they got it hustling or however they got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's building an envy. Like, oh man, I want that cat money. I seen him flash. He just flat like 100 G's on me. How can I get that? And you know you can't get that working on 9 to 5. It's not happening. You gonna have to have an extra hustle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you got millions of dollars, because we see these videos from all the artists, the 50 Cents, the Rick Rosses, and all that. Vanity. Those become vanity. It becomes like a programming. And it's like set us up to where like you get rich or die trying. Right. So this is what we're actually seeing. Some are getting rich, some are actually dying trying. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this is not just in ours. This is like the whole United States. You know, not let alone the world. There's a lot of ill stuff going on in the world, but I would chalk that up to like poverty. Because I got stranded in the Bahamas before. There's a side of the Bahamas that you just don't want to be at. You know what I'm saying? Even as an American, like, you just can't be there. You're not welcome there, whether they don't care if you black or whatever. Like, we spoiled to a degree. Like, our sneakers and rings, trinkets and stuff, over there, that stuff be worth quadruple what you bought it for. Right. Yeah, like the stuff we take for granted. Just like this shirt, or that's just even this. Not the CD, the packaging for the CD. Is valuable because they could use it for different things. You know what I'm saying? This could be something else they use for a more important purpose than holding a CD. Right. Kind of like what I learned in jail. Like, I see somebody get their butt whooped over half a match. You know what I mean? Half a match. That's when you could smoke.
Not even a whole match. And
the whole match. They got, man, you better not mess up that half a match, because you know oodles and noodles become your money. You know, you got you gambling.
I see some innovations where they done cooked the whole Thanksgiving meal in jail. With no pot.
All bowls.
So a match and some toilet paper.
But, and that goes along to say what happened to, especially the last generation. Like, they got bombarded. See, we grew up off of, we had Public Enemy, we had X-Clan, we had a lot of different music groups that promoted your African pride and not your knowledge and history. Right. Then NWA came, and they was cool too, and they was spitting their songs, but just on the gangster tip. They would tell you some truth about history, and and they came up with "fuck the police" and all that. All that was like revolutionary talk, but at the same time, it brought in the gangster thing, and we seen the start of it. Because the really first gangster rap to me was Kool G Rap, but the way he was like doing storytelling, you know what I mean? So, like, people in New York, you didn't see people just jump to start being gangster because it was already like that. You know what I mean? They didn't, they had to build that median within the hip hop, because he had other songs. But when NWA came out, and it opened up the culture to what was going on in LA, and they was really gang banging. Man, I seen a clip.
Out there.
I seen a clip. One of the guys showed a clip, and I think this was one of the clips, like after Nipsey Hussle died, the guy that shot him, the Eric Holder dude. I think this was an assault on one of his family members, and somebody taped it. It was on the Facebook, and man, they lit that house up with some big guns. Not no little pap 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 pap. And it was like 5 or 6 cars, like, and you see the big. You ever seen the Predator? With any movie when they fire guns, you see all the big fire coming out the barrel. It was that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lord have mercy. I ain't in no rush to go to LA, bro. Them brothers are man, boy.
It's real up
and
there.
you do have to watch what color you wearing and what hood.
Oh, let me tell you something. When I used to go out there, you don't go eat in a certain place at a certain time. If you is a certain person, you don't drive certain color cars. You don't wear a certain
color
it ain't
car.
even got your house is the color it's supposed to be. You don't have a certain color house. Like it get real deep out there.
Wow.
I believe it.
Yeah, it get real deep. We was leaving from a performance one night, and we drive, and I'm just like, stop right there so we get some food. They like, oh no, we don't go there. Like, that's not our side of town. That's not. No, we gonna take you over here. And I'm like, dang, it's that deep. Like
it's that deep. You can't do what you
it
want
really
to do.
is. It really is. Like you driving in a blue car, a red car. Like your colors really matter out there, and it's a shame because I want to know what it's all for.
Well,
I'm trying to figure out what it's all for. What it's all for.
I think that the message been like distracted, because if people will really fall into the doctrine the way it's what's supposed to be, it would be more unity.
It used to be.
You know, like Crip Man Community Revolution in Progress. And you got a lot of brothers that are doing that. Like the Bloods. You got Bloods, brotherly love over opposition and destruction of society. So you got the cats that are playing that, but the ones that's doing all the messed up stuff, not following the doctrine the way it's supposed to, make the other cats.
Well, that's
look
why
bad.
people
so
like
shout out to
Nipsey
the Messiah, shout out to Almighty Blood Messiah. He's a perfect example of that. He's trying to do, positive stuff within the community, and he can change his whole life around as well as others. So shout out to him for following the doctrine, and he's one of our own too.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that's why people like Nipsey Hussle, an icon like that is very important, man. And it's a devastating loss because it's kind of like you seen people. When I looked on the news, man, I seen Bloods, Crips, Muslims, Christians.
Well, because and
they all came together, man. And that's what
they said the following day, like the day after he died, he was supposed to be meeting with the police chief.
Yeah, about the violence and
the Dr. Sebi thing and all that.
To try to do a truce, and I believe that's why he got killed. I don't believe it was.
I think it's a combination of all of that. I think it's a combination of the Dr. Sebi thing, because John Singleton was supposed to be doing a film on that, and then he's gone.
And then he died. That's
what
Nipsey
I'm saying. Was going and speaking on it too.
Nipsey was going and speaking on it. That's what I'm saying. I think it had more to do with that, because believe it or not, some people want the chaos because they thrive off of it in some type of way. It benefits them.
But you see the pattern. Same thing with Prodigy. He was started speaking on more, and then boom. Same thing with Prince and Michael Jackson. Everybody that mostly just passed. Like a lot of the greats, they were talking on these particular subjects. So being that, we're all in the music industry and trying to get somewhere, I think we have to restructure our moves. Like me, I went through a period we were trying to get record deals from the labels and stuff like that. And I actually managed before, so I know like what you got to do, going to Universal and all the ones up in New York. And you got to be real consistent. But now you have to build your own options. You got to watch these contracts, because a lot of these contracts are some wicked contracts, and a lot of stuff that goes on in the industry, like on the screen, we just see the videos and stuff like we supposed to. Like
it's
that's
a lot
what's
behind
being
the
sold.
scenes, though, man.
Yeah, a lot going on, and that's why it's important to have like some type of righteousness in your soul to keep you from. There's a median that you don't want to go too far, even for money. Some people could throw $10 million on you. Could you shoot your mom in the head for $10 million? You know what I'm saying? And some cats gonna take that deal because they feel like, well, I'm never going to be rich. This is the one time I got rich, but they're not thinking the backlash of that. You might do that and get the money, but you still going to jail, and somebody else might kill you for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the devil always lets you taste the fruit before it go rotten. You know what I'm saying? And once you done ate on it, like, oh man, can I get another piece? Now, okay, you thought that was going to be, let me give you some rotten shit. Snack on that. You know what I mean? And then all the bad stuff start happening, but we see it. So, like, because you're still young, so you still kind of learning the ins and outs and the ways to go. And from my experience, I would say this to you, as far as like, keep doing what you're doing, but keep God in your life. I don't mean to get biblical on y'all, but that's
no,
the
that's
truth.
a lot of the problem.
You know what I'm
Kids
saying?
don't have
No matter what
compassion
you view
because
as God, it could be your
they
ancestors
don't know
or
that.
Jesus or Allah, whatever you acquire, whatever you acquiesce to. People forgot is about doing
But a lot
good.
Of them don't, and that's the problem.
You know what I mean?
That's the problem.
And
a lot of them don't anymore. Like how our grandmothers and our mothers took us to church and stuff. You don't have people of a certain age doing that.
Yeah,
and so the kids have lost that.
Saying.
Like it's
so
like
that's
hope
where you blessed that.
is
because
literally
you come
lost.
from a family that sticks together. They stick together, and that's the more important thing: having family that stick together. Because a lot of these kids are young adults that's wilding. A lot of them coming from broken homes.
Yeah.
Mostly, and some of them are coming from had two good parents. They just want to wild out, because they didn't get that attention. I know cats from suburban neighborhoods that didn't have to be in the gang or anything, but they did it anyway because that's what the girls was into. Today, if you ain't no thug, the girl that you want, like the real fly ones and all that, they want thug because it's a sign of protection. You know what I mean? The nice guy don't win no more. I'm sorry, fellas. Okay.
I don't
the nice
agree
guy
with that.
I mean,
you see me over here quiet, right? I'm over here like, okay, I'm gonna be a little quiet on that.
Because you know why? Because you done live your life already. You're not out here trying to find yourself.
My life is not over, and I still.
You know what though? I can bust her bubble right now. I said thugs, but I'm not gonna bring nothing up. But you like them too.
I don't never mess with a thug, brother. You done lied. You've never known me to mess with a thug. I've worked with plenty of rappers. I've worked with some thugs, but brother, everybody know I like the corny dude who got the job and the briefcase, bro.
I'm not even gonna say thugs.
The dude that's gonna get me somewhere in life.
I'm not even gonna say thugs. I'm gonna say hood oriented. I say hood oriented.
Never. Everybody will tell you that.
And I'm saying hood oriented, like you some street smarts, basically.
I mean, yeah,
because
people
cats that
gotta
don't
have common sense and stuff like that. But I'm
see,
not
everybody's
doing
sense
jail.
ain't common.
I don't do jail. I'm not visiting you. We broke
She said
up.
I don't do jail.
So if you want to like be out there doing that, no, I've never ever like guys like that. I've hung around people like younger.
I can't see you being with.
I
can't see you being with somebody like some like a nerdy type of guy.
That's all I ever been with, bruh.
That's why
they're the best.
You've been pimping
He said, bruh.
You've been pimping them dudes.
I never pimp anybody because I always get my own. Don't play with me like that.
You're not playing. Listen, she's not playing over there.
Don't play with me like that. No, but they say good girls are like bad boys. Yes, that's true, but I don't think it's about protection. I think it's about something that has to do with sex. So I'm gonna just tell it straight because they even got songs, thug love, like
but
they love you harder or something. I wouldn't know because I don't deal with thugs.
See what I'm saying? See, I ain't got to say nothing. You're told on yourself.
No, I know, girl. I mean, come on, it's no. Women know other women. You know other women. You know, and like that. And I know, cause girl, my friends always ask me why I like the corny dudes. Cause girl, I'm not going to nobody visit. I'm not being shot at, running from the cops. We can't do that.
But I'm also considered.
But being a thug, let me clear that up too, because being a thug does not mean you're a criminal. Thug is a mentality. It's totally different than what some people make it out to be.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah, thug is just a mentality.
I don't know, man. People just need some type of righteousness in their life, but they
need people like us. Because whether you got a parent at home who's telling you this or not, or you don't have that grandparent, the teachers in school is part of their job. The counselors at the after-school program is part of their job. The person that used to work at the corner store when they used to be black, it was their job. I saw that growing up, and I saw it at the same time being lost. That's what made me want to go into the schools. That's what made me want to deal programs. That's why my brother opened his boxing gym, because we do this to help the kids. So if it can't come back like you, I know you've heard the saying that it takes a village. It does take a village. So if you can't get it at home all the time, to answer your question from earlier, if you not getting it at home all the time, then us as black people, it has to be coming.
It's a collective responsibility.
Right. It
That was
is
my
a
point.
collective
I know you
effort.
get tired of you sing at any funerals?
That's my.
That's what you was telling about earlier to
Listen,
prepare
man,
for?
you know that's
Yeah,
always
that's a
part of
mental prepare
Yeah,
thing
a lot.
because when you singing at funerals, I'll be wondering because it'd be especially if you could sing. I got a cousin Chrissy. She had a song, one of my family members, and it brought everybody to tears. But she had to compose herself. So I know that's like a rough thing, especially if the person you knew, because you might want to be in the crowd and then you got to go up there and perform in front of everybody.
Yeah,
so that's
you know
enormous
what, Mark?
pressure.
It's a lot of places that I sang at funerals, to be exact, man. It's like I don't even have to be connected to the people to be connected to the emotion and the heaviness in the room.
Right.
So a part of my job is, even when I walk in and I feel that, is to try to shift it. So for me, it's just about providing the encouragement for those people at that specific time. I can focus on the feeling later, but I don't have to know the person to feel the heaviness of loss, bro. Like that's something that has become like normal. Around us, especially the young ones, man.
It's happening so often.
My son lost more people than I have, and that's a
Yeah,
shame.
it's crazy.
Many
to say.
more. That's a shame. And I feel for the young people, but me, I don't just talk. I walk out West Trenton right now, it'll be 100 little brothers run up to me, Aunt Karen, and give me a hug. You all right? You need something. I connect with the people, so I'm not just talking from a perspective of, I seen this, I seen that. Yes, I've seen things, and that's what makes me not afraid of them, and they're not afraid of me. And believe me, if push come to shove, they would protect me if I needed them to. But that's the love they got for me, because I've always come to them with positive stuff. I've always helped them if they needed help. Like I got several little boys call me mom because their mom might have been a drug addict. They might not have had a stable family. But they always knew they can come to my house and eat. Right. They can come to my house and sleep. They can come to my house and take a shower, but they was going to get their butt up in the morning to go to school.
Right.
Like, I have several young men and women that call me, just like Mother's Day, I got stuff from so many kids. Not because I have one biological child. One. But I have 15 kids. Right. Believe me. They come to my house. They take care of me now. Because when they was coming up and their mom wasn't there, or they didn't have that grandmom or that Aunt Karen was there. So I'm not speaking to you from a perspective of stuff I haven't done and that I still continue to do. I got somebody living in my house right now.
Well, that's understandable, but my point was that's not all. And I get your point. But my point is that's not everybody's reality.
But that's the thing. We have to be available. Right. More black people have to be.
You see them doing something, pull them up. Like, for instance, man,
Stop being scared of them is what I say. Stop being scared of them.
I had something going on in front of my grandmom's house. You know what I'm saying? She's 70 plus years old. And the young kids came over. It was a while back. They came over, man, and knocked on the door. I think you remember this, man. And they threw stuff all in her face.
What?
Jumping all. Yeah, man. And it was just. And I went down. It was in Prospect Village. And I went down. And everybody stopped. You know what I'm saying? And that was a real I was more effective, man, instead of going in a rage, these kids. I was more effective talking to them young boys.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
Now, it's about 10 to 12 of them. When they see me, hey, Miss Shay, I said, when y'all come out here, I made each one of them apologize. See, it's about correction. I made each one of them apologize and let them feel emotion. How would you feel if somebody did that to your mom?
It's about the connection.
Connect.
You got to connect with them.
Did y'all
and
see
guide them. It's everybody's responsibility.
Did you see the video of the girl pushing the old man off the bus and he died?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And all the guy was saying, he was telling the lady to be nice to the passenger or something, and she just pushed him off. And it's like we got a generation that just totally disrespectful to their elders, and I see it too.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when sometimes you can't say nothing because if you're not armed, and this guy's or whoever it is armed, and I'm talking about with a firearm, a knife, or whatever, or they know for that robber. It's like you either as soon as you make that move to protect them, you putting your life on the line. So
it's the approach, though. I think. I think it's a lot to do with the approach.
We can
too.
talk about this all day.
I'm just saying because being that
talk about this all day, man.
I think it's the approach.
Being that because this
too.
give people we here for the music, but at the same time, this gives the viewers or whoever gonna watch it after the night or more sense of the type of person you are other than the artist.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Whether it is more than just the music.
Right.
Like even for me to
Way
be here,
more.
people
And
think
a
I
lot
just
more
do the
artists
talk
need to be
shows. They don't know I
activists.
play the piano, and that's where it comes from, playing the piano, doing all these shows over the years, and you know, I have like a talent to back up the conversation.
That's right.
And that was my whole thing, but I didn't want to just focus on self. It was about putting other people on. So that's why we have all these other shows here and let them live their dreams out.
Right.
But in the process, we do stuff for the kids. We take them to Poconos every year and other stuff. Me and Ruben did the classes a couple years. We still gotta put together another program for the kids. We still working on that, but we was able to do a lot of positive things within our community in the rough spots where people are scared to go. Because where I be out in the spots where people scared to go, like people outside of Trenton, they just not going to come. It's like I live in a place where you just, you know, if you're not from around there, you're not familiar with the town or the city, that be a place that the terrain is intimidating because you see how people conduct themselves and what's going on. You might see a crap hole or something. Everybody look gangster. You might even catch a fight. You know what I'm saying? But within of that, it's those people want to do better too. It's just how you go about it, because I seen a lot of people, you know, kind of elevate over the years. Sometimes all they needed was a job, you know, or just somebody to show them some attention,
type of care,
some type of attention. Because right now, I think attention is the biggest drug. I know y'all see a lot of these post social media
It's not even
posts.
attention, it's care and love. Because they get a lot of attention in the newspaper.
But some of these
and
cats
on
is
the street
just crazy though. But I would say attention too, because of the high level of what people do for likes and views on the social media and stuff like that, and that spills over into the regular streets because you got kids and stuff that are trying to copy that stuff. You know, they had one guy with all the tattoos on his face. And he would just go jump on people's stand and just tear shit up. Y'all remember, dude? I don't see no videos from him no more. But at one point, you know, he was. I think he was on the lean or one of the pills and stuff. And he would just go crazy and jump on people's stuff or just do crazy stuff. I'm sure y'all seen the ones when they be in the supermarket harassing people with the blind dude. He just start throwing punches by random people, like all that stuff. Like, people, man, y'all gotta, because that's the stuff will go get you shot. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing anything for social media for likes, because that's going to get you in trouble. The police in many different states is already messing with you just because you're a color, because you black, period. You don't even got to just be black as Puerto Ricans. The Latin community go through it also. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this stereotype, that racist thing. It feels like 1920 is that mentality of 1920 or the 1800s is coming back around in our lifetime because of the brazen disrespect for people. And even in the music industry, you know you have to pave your own way now. You got to like have your own independence because a lot of people are being silenced. Like the Facebook just silenced Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? And technically because of that,
Farrakhan?
Yeah, they banned him for all the social media network. Because they said he had, you know, dangerous hate speech and all that. And, you know, if you really listen to really anything the man said, he never said nothing hateful towards black people. So if black people coming together, so if black people coming together classifies as hate speech, then, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I use the Facebook for a lot of stuff, but I noticed their updated thing is like all white, and it's like a sign to me. They took the blue off. You got a little book down, it's all white. You know what I'm saying? A little Facebook update. So, you know, we all know the signs, but my thing is whether they shut me down or not, I already built something already off of the Facebook. Y'all got pimped.
Let me tell you something. Before it was Facebook, we were stronger. Before it was social media, we were stronger. We didn't need all of that. We didn't need all of that.
I would say
in the 50s and the 60s, they didn't have all of that, but the message got across. And we were better as black people. We were more unified as black people. And at that time, it seems like when social media and the videos, like you said, and the message and a lot of the music, that all has a part to play in the breakdown as well. But then you have the breakdown of the black family that plays a big part, where you have a lot of kids that don't know their fathers, don't have dealings with their fathers. You know, it's being taught to hate their fathers by their mothers,
Right.
because the mothers don't like them, and we broke up, and now, you know, he's whatever. And like some young girls that I try to talk to, like, they don't understand the impact that will have on their children later on in life. And a lot of those kids are the kids that are doing stuff now because they don't have no father in their life to be grounded. And for whatever reason, the father's not there, the mother's separated, the single parent home, or the mom's out there doing this, and the dad's out there doing that, and not at home teaching the kids and taking care of the kids. I coached baseball for 4 years. You know how many parents I seen come out to them games? The same 6 parents came every game.
Wow.
I used to pick people's kids up. I got my truck. I used to fill that mug up every practice and every game because people wouldn't even get up, sitting on their porch, drinking and smoking. When I'm coming to pick your child up to go play a game, and you got a car right there, and you don't even want to take your child to practice or go watch the football game or the baseball game or whatever the game is. Our kids are not being taught to be constructive and do things. They have to go out there and learn it on their own, a lot of them. And the streets are going to invite you. The streets are going to envelop you. The streets are going to be enticing to you. Unlike when I was younger, drug dealers was out there, they would run us off the street. So the mentality like flipped wholeheartedly because now they'll give a kid a pack. Whereas when I was young, because my friend's dad, he was saying, this girl that I know, he didn't know I was friends with his daughter. And we were together one day and we went to see him because he had got sick. And he was like, oh, I know you hung with my daughter. He said, I remember her and her little brothers. If street lights came on, drug dealers would chase you off the street. And this wasn't 100 years ago. I'm not that old. But the mentality changed so quickly, it's like crazy. So I don't understand where the breakdown is. But from working with kids and working in the school, I hear what they say. And a lot of kids just don't have nobody to care about them. And they'll cling to you if you care about them. Like I had one little girl, she didn't even want to go to her classes. She was supposed to be going to different classes. She had me first period. She would find her way back to my class every single period. Well, I want to come in here and sit with you, Miss Karen, because I actually talked to her. I actually, look, that's not nice. That's not what young ladies do. She was doing something, and I said that to her, and she's like, you know, my mom never said nothing like that to me.
See, it's providing that guidance, man.
And that's why I said
that leadership.
Like you said, it has to come from everywhere.
That's right.
They have to get it in every ear because you got social media, you got television, you got video games, you got all this stuff fighting against the parent. So even if you do have 2 good parents, sometimes, like he said, the child could still go astray because you have so many
other influence from the
fighting
music
against
and,
you. Yeah,
you know, because you know, you could be in the suburbs, but now you got the phones and everything. While somebody's talking, or you in church, or wherever you at, even in school, you got plenty of distraction now.
Yeah,
because now you got your earbuds on, or you got the wireless joint. Teacher be talking, and you listen to something else. You know, it's a lot of distraction now.
But the thing is, why is you sending your kid to school with a phone? I'm trying to figure it out because for generations and generations and generations, kids didn't have phones. 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds with phones, you're asking for trouble. This is another part of it because we teach them vanity before we teach them education. We'll put a cell phone in their hands, some Jordans on their feet, but we won't ask them if they did their homework and if they got an A on their test. But if you come home with your sneakers messed up or your clothes messed up, you're getting yelled at. I've seen it, and it's disgusting because we worry about what's on their back but not what's in their head. And that's where it's going.
And you know, it's deep. LA is logged in right now. I'm gonna give some shout outs right quick to the different places, you know, around the world that logs into Hamilton Radio. Let's say
Tokyo, Japan.
Auburndale, Florida, Flint, Michigan, Kirkland, Washington, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, San Ramon, California, College Station, Texas, Houston, Texas, London, Ontario, Brooklyn's in the house. Brooklyn's always in the house.
Brooklyn.
Hebron, Nebraska, Clifton, Colorado, Oxnard, California, Brownwood, Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada is in the house. So you know what I mean. And at last one of the weeks, somebody called me, and we speaking on the Nipsey thing, and a guy, I think he was calling from what's it, Kentucky or one of them. It was Kentucky or Mississippi or something. And he was all like, "Blood, you sound crazy, blood." And I'm like, you know, we was talking about the Nipsey thing, far as like, you know, the conspiracy part. Because I did see a video where a guy did point out that there was no blood. You know, and he put a video next to another guy that got shot and died on the ground like that, and there was blood all over the place. And he pointed out that when the ambulance was taking him, and they had white gloves when they showed him putting him in the ambulance or the back of the fire truck or whatever, and you notice that they had white gloves on, and you know, if you got shot 6 times, your blood gonna be all over the place. But when they was putting them in there was no blood on their gloves. So it's a lot of questionable stuff going on, because 6 days before Nipsey got shot, one of my friends, one of the guys that been here a couple times, Asa Marcellus, he got shot 6 times also, but he survived his. You know what I mean? He's doing well. He's one of the battle rappers. And, you know, he was well respected in his town over there in Pennsylvania. When he came on the show, it was like, to this date, he probably got more call-ons than anybody. He couldn't handle it all. His whole city was showing him love. You know what I'm saying? And he has a business. He has a construction business and a laundromat and a barbershop and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he's young. You know, and you don't expect young cats to be, you know, doing the battle rap and all that stuff, but still got all these businesses. Because you can't talk to him like no young boy. It's like he doing better than most old folks. You know what I mean? And the reason he got shot, what I heard was over some chain. He had like a $10,000 chain on. So these are the perks that you get, but everybody don't got that, and everybody don't want to work for it. They rather just take yours. So there's really no safe haven for that. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're in the suburbs or the hood or the ghetto, because you could go to the suburbs and find somebody that want to do you the same way, because maybe they can't afford it. Maybe all their bills going to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this what being in Georgia taught me. Georgia, one of them places, a lot of those neighborhoods are nice to me. Like, some of the places they consider like rough areas was like something that I would see in Princeton. Like, that's rough, that's your hood. Yeah, it's the hood. Like, you ain't even got no trash on the ground. Like, for real? You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, you get done around here, cats will bust you down around here. I'm like, for real? He's like, damn, it look like Notch Landing out there. You know, so it's the mentality. Because a lot of them places, they got nice houses. It's like going to Florida, it's all palm trees, or California palm trees, but you can get murdered there quick, but it look like paradise. Yeah. Like Compton. Compton got coconut trees and palm trees and stuff. And this is with that image of these trees and paradise and all that. It look nice, but the terrain ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things to where it's a mentality to me. You know, it was whatever is being taught in your home and what the kid is into. And that's the thing, you can't control what a kid's into no more because of these phones. Unless you take the phone away. And even if you take the phone away, you know, now it's sneaky time because they're going to do it anyway. How many of us done something that our parents told us not to do, we did it anyway? It made us want to do it more because you told me I can't do it. Or I can't do it. Well, okay, watch this.
I was scared.
But you know.
I would have got a beating.
Let's get to this music, man.
Well,
let's get to this music,
I wasn't
man.
trying to get a beating, but
well, you know. I don't know.
Shoot.
You trying to play. And you know you did little stuff sneaking off to the party. I bet you did.
I was with my brothers, though. Yeah. You know my brothers wouldn't let me go nowhere, boy.
Okay, let's get back into another track.
Sneaking out
because I'm saying, though, it's like, you know, we had to compensate. We had to compensate.
That's
you know
cool,
what I mean?
Man. It's always a conversation, man.
No, we had to compensate.
It's always a conversation.
Okay.
There's always something to talk about.
So, you know what I mean? We compensating for, you know, the one's home. We got that one song.
I don't know why. Let me just say this. I don't know why my man to the right of me over here keep throwing shade about this. I think it feels like he want more.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing, right?
I want more.
He keeps saying we had the conversation because this one song, like this one song is the bad thing.
That's it.
Look, if anybody
it's not a
know
bad
me,
thing.
If
But
anybody
you
know me and
it's a
know my
2-hour
life
show.
and know what I've been through, man, it's always something to talk about. Like I said, the mission is bigger than just the music. It's everything that comes behind the music. It's the motivation.
Yes.
It's the story.
Yes.
It's what you've been through.
Yep.
It's what built you to come up to this moment. So, you know, I
That's
take
why I
that.
wanna save
I take
it.
that
I wanna
shade
save
as a
it. That's-
positive thing.
How you take shade? Because I
I
said
take
one
that shade as a
song.
positive thing.
How you gonna say
You
shade
said it
as
like
one song?
18 times.
Oh, well, you know.
Look, if you feel
Did
like
he?
that, go ahead and run the
Did he?
song.
Didn't he?
Because that teach you to better. That teach you better to come here with one song. If
Nah.
you got some hate, we want to hear more heat. It's a 2-hour show.
Then that leave you want
You
more.
know what
That
I
mean I
mean?
did my job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you know that's how you
come
young
here with
folk.
one song.
Y'all don't know how to
Did
take
my
constructive criticism and nothing. Y'all take everything the wrong way. Come on, we got to get it. Where we all get along.
Ain't nothing wrong. Listen,
But
Listen,
see, my
constructive
thing
criticism
was,
is good,
Mr.
but I'm
Shady.
good, bro.
my thing was like I said, you
Mr.
let the
Shady.
people know. Why I gotta be shady? Man, y'all go ahead with that. Y'all the shady.
It
Y'all the
was shady,
ones.
but I take it as motivation
How
to
you
keep me
want it
pushing.
shady? Well, that ain't shady. I'm straight up with it. Shady's behind your back. I'm in your face. Like
Nah,
that.
I don't
that's
agree
where
with
you're
that.
mistaken.
Well,
You can be shady.
That's
you
where
know,
you're
somebody's
mistaken.
face.
People
That's
can be
not
shady
being
right in your
shady.
Yeah,
face.
true. Very. You know, we know. People be shady right in your
You
face.
know what? You know what? This shady what you doing right now.
It's,
How you gonna
it's
cover-
shady when
how
other
you
people
gonna-
do it.
how you gonna
It's,
say-
it's
but-
truth
but
and keep it
because-
real.
No, it's like it's a
Listen,
2-hour
listen.
show. And last time she was here, she had a couple more songs. So you know what I
I'm
mean.
just
But
trying
you
to
don't
see why
want to
you
get too
harping
much
on that.
into that.
Let's talk about
My
the
name is
Because-
Shaffonah Morgan. Go
Yes, I'm
follow
so
me.
happy to meet you
Go
tonight,
follow me
Shaffonah
on
Morgan
social
singing.
media sites,
Hold on,
man.
hold on,
She's
hold
on
on,
all
hold on,
social
hold on.
You know how
media
to
sites.
sing
Hold
out,
on.
She has
man.
plenty of songs.
The meanest.
Don't listen to this dude
Shaffonah
on the left.
Morgan. You know what I mean? Look, on Facebook, follow me, SHAFFONA.
We gonna get into
Morgan,
the
you will
song,
see this
but I want to save it for like the last
on the
joint.
profile.
You know what I'm saying?
Instagram.
Because I want that to be. I want that to be the
Follow
last thing
Shaffonah
people
Morgan
hear. So we
on
had to.
Instagram,
Follow
Facebook.
Shaffonah
That
Morgan.
is going to
Listen
overtalk
to
me
her.
on
She
my own
bad.
show. See how niggas
She
live?
sings.
See how niggas do.
She writes.
That's right.
performs.
Record, I lace
If
tracks.
you need
I
her
do
for a
it all.
performance, check her out on her Facebook page. We're going to play a few joints from her tonight. No more shade from the guy to the left.
Appreciate
Excuse
that.
me. Excuse
And
me.
my-
This,
the guy
this,
to my
hold on,
right.
hold up. I'm sorry that you took away, but it is the Monk show. This still my show. Okay?
Chocolatopia
So,
in the house.
I'm sorry that you took it like
Shaffonah
that.
in the
Don't
shit.
don't take it like that. I just
Shaffonah
had to
in
fill
the
in the time,
house.
and we had a couple more joints, but the conversation did get good. You
Shaffonah's
can't
cousin
take it
is here,
like that
too.
because I said
right.
you
You
once
don't
home.
get
What
Don't get
up?
mad because I said you once home. That ain't say it was a bad song. I just want to save it for the right time. Damn. No, I'm shady. No, you can't.
Never mad,
No, because y'all can't. This a
Y'all
brother
have to see how he
worldwide.
is kissing
We
this
not
mic,
local
though.
with this.
You
We not
doing
local.
this shit. This one song, we got to compensate.
You gotta see how he
One song, we
kissing
gotta
this mic, though. He
This
is so
a
serious.
conversation starter, brother.
He's
That's
eating the
what
mic,
I'm-
as they
Let's uplift
say.
each other,
though.
man. This is a
I'm
positive
just
thing
saying, though.
that I'm
You know what I
doing.
mean?
And it's
So
been
what's
a long
gonna happen
time
is
coming,
after the
and
show
my
is
followers
over,
know.
we're gonna jump Monk and give him a black eye in the parking lot.
Yeah, well, good luck.
After this
Might
go
be
off.
over, boy.
After
Them
we
hands
play
ain't went nowhere,
The
club.
music.
I'm
I'm gonna just pull your hair.
and I'm East Trenton.
I'ma
But you
just
y'all
pull your
females,
hair.
I'm gonna just stomp on your pinky toe. You know, give you some Harlem Night stuff. Like, make you sing.
I'm gonna pull your hair. And
You gonna
I'ma
be hitting
make
them
you
high
sing
notes.
Sing
All
soprano.
right, we go. I want
He
to
gonna
get
be singing
into
soprano. I'm gonna start pulling his hair.
because we got time. Because I started a little late, 10:30. You know what I'm saying? And as time is creeping, you know, we still got some time. My whole thing was that was going to be like towards the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm surprised we got along. You know, this far. And time go fast when you having these type of conversations. We talk
He
about
said, I'm
something real.
surprised we got.
Yeah, because it's all the
know,
times hasn't
he's-
been like that. It's not like
Oh,
this
yeah,
all the
'cause
time.
people-
There's other times where
Some
you know
people
there's some
don't know how
shows
to
where
have constructive
and then it's
conversations.
like
Get ugly, huh?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, not even that to where I have to do so much talking to where they might just be sitting there the whole show.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
And then it's like, you know what I mean. But don't take
You
it
know
like
what I mean?
that. But see. look, see, now, as you doing your interviews, because I'm gonna get you prepared for something. You worried about that? What I just said. What if you was on the Tay and Sweat Tech Show or the Breakfast Club and they said the same thing? Would you approach them the
Oh, they
same way?
won't come. Listen, let me tell you something, man.
Cause we talk about Charlamagne the God, he gonna
I'm
hit
just
you with
saying.
more stuff. We just talk about compensation for time, and I
How
wanna,
you respond.
you know what I'm saying?
You have all again. I'm gonna bring it back to what the conversation was earlier. You have to deal with and encounter all type of people, man.
There you
With
go.
all different type of mentalities.
That's right.
There you go.
You know, and you have to know how to filter
Go
through
with
them
that flow.
mentalities, man. And it's not about taking offense to it, but it's everything to do with standing your ground and who you are.
Yeah.
That's right.
And speaking your truth.
Just knowing who you
So
are.
don't take
speaking
offense.
your
So
truth.
don't take offense.
It don't
so
move.
don't take offense while I talk about the one song.
I don't take offense, you know why? Because I know it did his job. Because you thirsty for more.
Of course, it ain't
He
just
was
me.
look, he was going off
It ain't
about
just
this in
me.
the parking lot. He like, oh man, you know,
But that's right.
He like,
That's right.
So you gonna
I
hit a little
wanted,
note.
I wanted a live performance because I know the girl can sing. I want y'all to see it for real.
I said, I'm
other than-
preparing for this thing, right? He said, I'm saying, but you gonna go on dramatic show and da-da. I said, oh, this is the
I want you to sing too. It ain't no shade. I want you to sing here too. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
because you went on a dramatic show and sang. Oh.
Well, I see how they be trying to play me. But
Hey,
I'm gonna
shout
check
out to
this
you,
out.
Matic, but we telling the truth on the Monk show.
What's up, dramatic?
Well, since we telling
It's
the
Chop.
truth,
Deuces.
and I'm accused of throwing shade, I'm like this. I just want everybody to step their game up. You see where we at. I ain't on that. I'm just saying, next time you
ain't
come
on
here,
that.
let's have more than one song. I thought there was gonna be a whole CD because my whole thing, was
11:49.
and
11:49.
so.
I'm just telling you what time it
I
is.
know what it is.
brother.
I got the rest of
Let me ask you a question.
But my
just
thing
wanted you to
was,
know.
I know the song was gonna be good, but I was looking for the live
That song is
performance
great.
because you did it last time. You know what I mean? But now I understand because you got some prepared.
She
for
said she gonna bless you
because I
before
know
she
that
leave.
like the singers, I deal with singers all the time because you know I play in the band too.
Right.
That go through that. That's you need your tea, your ginger ale, or whatever you're gonna use. My thing is, the artist is great. She's coming from a good family, and the skills is there. I do be wanting more. I do want to present more. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get this one. But I'm still saving it for like close to the end of the show. And we got some other ones because I didn't know you had the cover tune joints, like the little demos you was doing on the YouTube. I didn't know you had all of them. I seen some of you like posted before, but I didn't know you had all that. So we gonna play another one of them. And I want to do like the gospel thing because the thing is, I always put people on the spot, whether you rap or whatever. What's the you coming on to somebody's show to promote your stuff and you can't do it live? You know what I mean? Whether you rap or you play an instrument, somebody say, well, hey, boom, we in front of the world. You don't know, you have no idea who's watching. This is not a local show. This is going on all around the world. Right now, there is 694 people coming in every 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying? This is why I can afford to talk a little shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the Monk show. We done put a lot of people on this show, 414. So, you know, it got heated in here sometimes, you know. I mean, heated from people that called into the show, whether they had an issue or
I
whether
used
it
to
was
listen
going
in.
in or on here, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't, you know, always trying to do these, like the TV interviews, like, okay, we just gonna skip around this for the people. No, I ain't say we're gonna be up here fighting or nothing, but you gotta, when you dealing with truth in there's, because we have our own thing. There's nobody back there say, don't do that. Don't shut up. No, you can't say that. No, you can't do that. Only person back there that it could do that is Ruben, and that's my little cousin. So it's a different type of thing. I'm not controlled by any governing force about what I want to talk about or what I want to promote. I'm like the only one in Jersey that does this. Nobody else does this around here. I'm talking about everything you see on the little YouTube, the conspiracy videos. Other people be scared to address that stuff. I address it mainly because if you come looking for me, then you're going to have a hard time. I don't care who you is. I got my back. With great power comes great responsibility. So it's like, okay, we here now. And I'm able to have a voice amongst the people. And now people are being attacked for that, especially black folks. Like, you know, it's a lot of people want to do up here, do what I'm doing, but they don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? They think all this stuff is cheap and it came overnight. And like you was here with the other building, but before that, there was another building that was here that was smaller than that. And it was like, we thought that was the shit. I was like, damn, we out here. Just to be out here where we at, I'm one of the few business owners in this area. And that's an accomplishment.
Awesome for you, brother.
Because at the time, we couldn't be out here. You know, black people wasn't allowed out here till like 1992. That ain't that long ago. So this is a big thing for us to even be doing this. Did you notice when you pulled up, both of y'all, when y'all pulled up, there's a people sitting outside that were looking, I think they was probably from another business or being that we got that back parking lot that's becoming like a hangout spot. You know what I'm saying? And, people out here like, and I see they seemed like they looked like it was kind of scared. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple white folks out there. It's like, whoa, who are they? You know what I'm saying? They might think it was it, but I'm like, we own the business.
They
And
might
those
have
are
been
the
back
things.
here doing something.
I mean, this is becoming one of them
Looking at
spots
us
like
they
that.
done blew our
Because
spot up.
and then I'm saying it's the meanest. I deal with mean people. People call me mean all the time. So
you
that
are.
goes
No,
right up
let me
on along. I'm gonna set you up. I'm setting you up for this. This is called the meanest. But I'm not gonna play that yet till like the last couple minutes.
Listen, man, play
Like
that
the
thing
last
for the
couple
people,
minutes.
man.
No, because I want that to be the last thing.
Like,
I want that
Why
to be
don't
the
you
last
play
thing.
that and then play the snippets last?
No, I want to
wanna
do
hear
that
it
first.
too.
Look,
Listen.
that's why I'm talking about it.
I'm
see?
here promoting this single,
See?
man. 2019, The Meanest, man. My followers know it's been a long time coming, so I'm proud of every accomplishment, man. And this is the song.
And
so
I wanna
he
hear
gonna
it.
play this song.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the
So I'm
song.
gonna play it in the mic.
I'm gonna play it, but just
Play
not
it
yet.
in the mic.
Just not yet.
Come
Just
on,
not yet.
Shaffona.
Timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Come on, Shaffona. I want to hear the song.
It's another one I wanted to play where you was doing
play it.
this gospel joint, and I want to play that first before we
All
go
right,
in
we'll
that
play it.
because I think this one I've seen before. I did see it before, and it sound good. My thing is we want to hear them dynamics because that's few singers got that nowadays. For the high to the lows, like you could do the falsettos. You can go down to a tenor.
Can we hear her do it?
These are
Can we hear her do it?
Hey,
Can we hear her do it? Can
Hey.
we? Huh? Oh,
hey,
I was in my own head.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
hey,
It's about to be risen.
hey,
No.
hey.
I was
Hey, Rube, you got that video queued up?
Stop yelling.
Does he hear me? Rube, you got that other video queued up? All right, play that right quick.
This
I forgot the name of it.
procrastination.
Well, like I said, it's not procrastination. It's a 2-hour show. You know what I mean? I'm working with what I got, and it's going pretty well.
We still could
Everything is going pretty well. We had a good conversation. I don't want to like play that and then go into another one. I like to, keep people, because people going to listen. You know what I mean? They heard the first joint, and then we had that conversation. It was good. You have to let people know different sides of the artist. You know what I'm saying? That would sells your album too. When they buying it, they know that your character goes with the album. That's what I'm saying. But this is the meanest. And I think you got some mean
Oh,
skills.
it's
I know that.
11:55.
You got some mean skills. You know what I'm saying? We got time. All right, you got that video queued up?
Yeah, let's.
Huh? All right, run that video. Huh? Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't see. I was looking at the other screen. I'm looking at the iPad. All right, run this video, and we're going to be right back with you.
Hey guys, my name is SHAFFONA Morgan from Trenton, New Jersey. I'm going to attempt to do this cover song, Let Praises Rise. Hope you enjoy it. The music is a love of mine, so I know you're going to see it. Special. Hey guys, my name is SHAFFONA Morgan from Trenton, New Jersey. I'm going to attempt to do this cover song, Let Praises Rise. I hope you enjoy it. Music is a love of mine, and so I know you're going to get something out of this. It's special to me. Ooh.
Let praises rise from the inside, from the inside of me. May you delight from the inside, in the inside of me. Come feel my life from the inside, Lord, from the inside of me. Then say, set me on fire from the inside, from the inside of me. And it says, all I want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I want, Lord, is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. So listen. Let praises rise from the inside, from the inside of me. May you delight from the inside, from the inside. Come feel my life from the inside, Lord, from the inside of me. Set me on fire from the inside, yeah, from the inside of me. Then it says, all I want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I want is for you to be glorified, just be lifted high. Listen, then it says, oh, fill my life till all they see is you, Lord. Glorify your name. Fill my life till all they see is you, Lord. Glorify, Lord, your name. Fill my cup, oh, till all they see is overflow. Fill my life till all they see is you, Lord. Glorify your name. It's for you That's what you told me, yeah. So I'm the meanest. I'm the meanest. That's what you told me, yeah. I'm the meanest. That's what you told me, yeah. So I'm the meanest. Not even on a bad day could your bitch come for me. She a side piece, plus she pushing 40. She must be crazy, thinking she can't come for me at all. And she know I'm a boss. I'm a dime piece, niggas they adore me. And if I ask them to do anything for me, so you better fall back. I'm not your average shorty at all. So fuck what you thought. I'ma keep doing me secure in the bag. Fuck what haters say, throw it in their face. Keep stunting and shining on them all. They can't stop your growth, it's written on the wall. I'ma keep doing me secure in the bag. Fuck what haters say, throw it in their face. Fuck what they say. Keep stunting and shining on them all. They can't stop your growth, no, it's written on the wall. It started with your closet and packed it all up for you. Now you're so sorry, and it's just a struggle. Fuck you, ain't beat now, cause I never cheated on you. But you gon' feel what you do. Spend months chillin', I ain't checking for you, then you spot me right before I saw you. I turned my head while you came rushing towards me. Goddamn, move as fast as I can. I'ma keep doing me secure in the bag. Fuck what the haters say, throw it in their face. In me face, baby. Keep stunting and shining on them all. They can't stop your growth, it's written on the wall. I'ma keep doing me secure in the bag. Fuck what the haters say, throw it in their face. Fuck what they say. Keep stunting and shining on them all. They can't stop your growth, it's written on the wall. Yes, you didn't notice my girl standing right next to you. She's focused, steps right in between me and you, on purpose, and said I have no combo for you. Why you seem so confused? Guess you didn't notice my girl standing right next to you. She's focused and steps right in between me and you, on purpose, and said I have no convo for you. Why you seem so confused?
Right now, one of the best live bands, but we gonna show y'all better than talk, because that's what the show. I'm always like, I'm gonna show off to a degree, because you gotta show people, you know, skills you got and stuff like that. You know, because if you don't, people would just talk, man, you ain't doing nothing, you ain't doing nothing. But that was the single, The Meanest. Tell everybody where they can get that. I mean, like if it's like where they can listen to it, or
you can go on all major platforms. It's up there. Just look for the name, type my name in, SHAFFONA Morgan, The Meanest, and it'll pop right up, man. You know how that go. And then we got something going on too.
yeah,
I'm
some
putting together.
upcoming
This
shows.
was just like on a humbug because a show hit me back. I won't say the name on here, but they hit me back and they want me to submit a video privately and then come audition privately.
That's what's
Yes.
up.
Very big show that's on TV right now. So we're going to be doing on Front Street in Trenton, New Jersey, 7A. You know exit 7A.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing the live, you know, for the video. So if y'all want to come out and be a part of that, man, let me know.
That's what's
Thursday.
up.
Or just show up, man.
Yes, yes.
But I'm going to post more on my social media, you know, on Facebook and Instagram, so you guys will definitely know what I'm talking about. Right?
So, where
That's what's
could
up.
these be picked up? Like you have a spot, or people could order them or something?
Yeah,
The
listen,
CD?
man. Right now, we pumping these, man, in the streets. But we working on my website. Is SHAFFONAMorganmusic.com. You know what I mean? So we working on that now as we speak. So all this will be up there, my merchandise. But people know how we've been moving, man. We hit the streets and connect with the people. So
Yeah.
you know, we got T-shirts too.
Yeah.
You know, if Monk wanted shade me, I would have gave him the shirt. No,
Oh, it's all right.
I'm just playing. I
It's
bought
all
this
right.
for you,
It's
Monk,
all right.
man.
All right, I'm
We
rocking
got
with
the
pride
T-shirt
too.
and the CDs, man.
I'm rocking with pride too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Rock the moment next year. Because they're like a lot of my clothes I get from artists that have been here. You know, I'm trying to get some like sponsorship and stuff. We still working on a lot of that stuff.
Right.
But the album, it sounds good, and
Thank
like I said, I want more.
Yes.
I want more. You
That's
too
good.
dope for that. I mean, the single's dope, but I just had to clear for my name. They just like jumped on me and
Monk like to
Miami
start
Jam.
So not true.
Man, look,
He is such
I
a
used to be like
troublemaker.
that, but not really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
really.
saying? I mean, when you good at what you do, and you know, because I don't have that many singers here. It's been mostly hip hop.
Yeah. be
So,
mostly
and I
rappers.
know when you come here, and then then I did see you do your thing on Dramatic, so I was like, oh man, when she go here, we're gonna rip it up. She gonna tear it up. And it's like, I'm gonna just do this. But you welcome back, so we can do it next time.
But
I might
remember,
even have to have the band
she's
here.
not feeling well.
You know what I'm
She's-
saying? All right, I understand
got a
that.
sore
Understand.
throat.
Yeah, I
And then
understand
right after that,
So that's
man,
right. That's
I'm
right.
sick too.
That's
But right
right.
Yeah,
after
she's
that,
sick.
man, I'm going
That's
to
right.
New York. So there's gonna be like a busy week coming up, man. I'm going to New York.
So you've been busy. I've been seeing you've been busy.
And I'm, you know, performing in front of a big producer, man, that's in the game. So
Yes.
we're doing a lot of work and we're doing a lot.
Shout
of
out to
moving.
SHAFFONA,
I'm tired,
man.
But you know, it's a part of the push, a part of the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow
I mean-
her on social media.
I mean,
SHAFFONA Morgan.
it's definitely a part of the grind, man. It take a long time to get here. I mean, far as skill wise,
Right.
knowing how to hold them notes, knowing how to, like I said, dynamics, having your falsettos, and like you can, you familiar with all the different song pitches, yeah.
Right.
Like you got some people can sing soprano, some people sing tenor, and you could do all of that. You could go from high to the low. It's like with like a kind of like a own Patti LaBelle to the, and you hope because everybody in the family can sing. They all got these vocals, yo. They can all sing their
And she can definitely sing.
for real. And even that's why I wanted to play a few other snippets before we got into this one, because you know we was feeling the time, but I wanted to give y'all the other side, because you have to learn your artist, and that would mean when you get the sense of the artist, because we got a lot of BS out there,
Yeah.
and not a lot of people they're singing, but all this auto tune and all of that is not really singing, you
No
know,
lyrics.
and it's
Not
even
singing
the
about
music.
anything.
I want to bring back
R&B.
real like R&B type music if we're gonna
Right.
do it, because now everything is like click track, and it sound cool, but it's so saturated with the same thing. You don't hear people able to get their stuff. You know, you got your Beyonce doing, she do her thing, she can sing.
Right.
It's a few of them in the game that really do their thing, but a lot of the newer ones, the younger ones, it's like you don't hear a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? And then we coming from Trenton, New Jersey, where we ain't got but so many singers anyway.
Right.
Female on the female tip, you probably could count them all on my hand that's out there. I'm probably sure it's more singers, but ones that's really out performing, doing shows, and really, you know, really in the industry making stuff happen. And it's even better when you doing stuff for the babies, and because that builds your character, and that's almost a necessity, because that sells the album. It ain't just about album sales, but it's the quality of what you're talking about. And you had a good message on there. I want to ask this question. the lyrics in the album on this particular single, how long did it take you to come up with that?
I wrote this song in a day.
In a day? It didn't take long?
Within hours.
Who did the music?
Shout out to my man Vaz, man.
Vaz is my dude.
Yes,
Vaz dope.
killer.
A lot of people don't know Vaz can
killer.
produce like that. He can play.
Yeah.
They think just doing hip hop. Vaz go nasty.
before too.
Yeah, Vaz is raw.
Yes, Vaz.
Yeah,
He came to, he like, listen, man. He said, I see the vision. He like, man, you dope. He like, there's not too many people in Trenton with raw, authentic talent. Like that.
Not just
and
he can say that.
Period. Like, like you were saying, saturating the vocals with
the auto tones.
T-Pain made it cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. If that's what you do.
But see how he worked it.
Originality.
He worked it for himself, but how you ain't hearing with no recent albums in recent years. So it had its time, but you have so many people relying on that. That's like when you go on stage. That what if the joint mess up or something? Because it's all technical. You're going to still need your voice, and that's the gift you have. You know what I mean? See how I could turn things away, turn a negative situation to positive.
He been trying to prove something.
Man, I always got to prove something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I can't have people mad at me thinking, you know what I'm saying? We have a good time and you good peoples. You know, and like I said, when I do the band thing, I want to do something with you because it's not a lot of you. It's only a few that can sing, and other people gonna be mad because I said that, but yet they got to show and prove. You don't have to come on this show, just do a show somewhere so we know who you is.
Right.
You know, I mean, I got there's Sharissa Lene. She got her couple albums out, and she's currently singing with us. I think there's another one. You got Grace Little, but Grace Little is like from old school.
Right.
We talk like because you look, the ladies don't really like saying their age, but I'll say like the early 20s, early 30s, generation. From here, everybody, there's a lot of rappers. It's not like a lot of singing. You doing it. And I heard you say on D show about you could rap too. Yeah. So I don't know. I could get a freestyle out you. It's going all written.
Hey, listen, he say he gonna get something.
They're gonna get something.
He's trying to get something.
But there's dope to be over to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, well, if I go rap, my voice messed up, I hit you with a rhyme on you.
Listen, something little national eulogy, powerful preaching, fly to town just for a week and 5 dime bitches, all them reeking. My niggas psychotic, all them tweaking. Never hang in the spots where the cows be leaking. Information, investigations is taking place. This is just the basics. Niggas catching cases, time moving slower than the Matrix. We all EAL, you other niggas faking. In the hood, if you ever know where you end up, oh man, I'm about to go. Man, listen,
man, you made me want to throw in the beat.
You end up if you found in the woods. Know my soldiers had it sent up, dressed in jet black like a ninja. Now your family out the Avenger. Later on, paying my visit. Tash chest up like the rappers on the presents of Christmas. Nobody's style is as ruthless as I. Listen, man, I go all day.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. You the first person that can sing.
Happy.
Look, you the first person that can sing like that and rap. Do you know that verse that you just said? Was like better than a lot of stuff. Wow. Better than a lot of stuff. For real, that little verse, because I'm a rap critic. I'm a rap critic. That was off the head.
That was off the dome.
Get out of here.
That wasn't written?
What? Man, look.
Wasn't.
Well, did you ever consider like making a rap album in conjunction with the singing?
A lot of people, to be honest, don't even know I rap. So I mean
that was
that's
dope.
The catcher too. You know what I'm saying? To feed the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the reason I know that was dope, I rap too, had a long thing with that. And I was like, yo, when you freestyle, because I'm into the battle rap thing, to be able to come off the head like that, you got to have like brain muscles. It got to be right there, like for you to come off like that and then be able to sing too. Now, you the first, but you just did, and I'm glad I put the pressure on you.
Really?
Yeah, glad to put you in. I got a verse. I got something. I should have put on like an instrumental beat, but it was even raw a cappella because it wasn't like you were struggling. You just and went in. Then that's the type of spirit I like. That's why I say she hardcore. So that kind of said the meanest. The meanest not just on the singing tip, but the rap tip too. So tell them again where they can pick this up at.
Hey, listen, y'all can pick it up on all major platforms, man. Make sure y'all go to YouTube and like it. SHAFFONA Morgan the Meanest. That's SHAFFONA Morgan the Meanest, man. Go pick it up. It's everywhere.
Now,
all digital platforms.
And that's dope. Now, this is the last segment of the show, and I do this like every week when I have guests. It's the event part. I got a Facebook group where you go in there and vent what you feel. Now, on this particular segment, it's about the last week, just this past week. And then we're going to go around the table and find everybody's week, like what you feel about the week. How did your week go? It's kind of like the final thought of Jerry Springer, kind of like that. So we're going to start with you. He ain't say much, but he was sitting here going, but we didn't say much. But what's your final thought for the week, man?
Final thought. I had finals this week.
Yeah?
I was stressing about finals, but passing all my classes.
So you in college?
Yeah, go to
Oh, that's what's up, brother. What you majoring in?
Your name?
I'm a criminal justice major.
Oh,
Yeah.
Knocking.
My name's Shamar, once again.
We need them.
Follow me on IG at
That's beautiful, bro.
_.
Very impressive. Very
Proud,
impressive.
proud.
Very impressive.
Passed all my classes. I'm happy about that.
Beautiful.
Hard work.
Hold on. Hold on, let me turn this down. Now say that one more time.
You gotta come close.
Cause I want to make cause it was kind of
Put your
loud.
mouth up.
Go ahead, say
Oh.
that again.
You hear me?
Yeah,
Alright.
there you go.
I had finals this week. I passed all my classes. I'm happy about that. I put the hard work in there. Sacrifices. I don't really go out like that. I go to the library. I do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
I'm on my business. I move low key. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah.
It's hard work, dedication, just grind every day.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
But it will
Grind
pay
every
off.
day.
I'm
That's
gonna tell you
beautiful.
something funny, man. You know his dad was just up here. He looked just like him. You look in his face.
Ooh.
Clarence.
Oh, for real? Oh, see, that's your dad.
Like his twin.
Wow. You're not supposed to get in that movie project that they doing.
Yeah,
Cause we
you keep
filming the
on
movie. It's a
here,
film
one
company
more.
too. Yeah. The 2677 films. That's it, right? Yeah. Shout out to them. We had a great time last week. It was that was bonkers too. And cause my thing is the movie. We got a couple movies because I want to start a series too. You know what I mean? Along the lines of that, but we have one called Shadow of a Man we're working on now. It's almost done. Once we done in that, I might be calling you because not only that, you get some film scores too. That's what's it. So what's your event for this week?
Let's see.
Get closer. Get up on the mic.
Mine is pretty much, man, just keep pushing through the grind. Is things that came this week that really could have swayed me. You know what I'm saying? That happened this week that could have swayed me, threw me off my square. But it's just about maintaining, and being consistent, within yourself and knowing who you are and pushing forward, man. So I tell everybody, man, just be encouraged. It's a lot of losses going on too. That's another thing, like these deaths going on.
Yeah,
So it's just like I love my people. Be encouraged. Keep pushing.
And that changed the whole course of a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right, Chocolatopia. What's your event for this week?
Black lives need to matter to black people.
Oh, that's good, sis.
That's it. Okay. My event for this week is, man, I've been a lot of stuff going on. I'm preparing for a couple different shows. And rest in peace to my man Jamal Talker, to all the guys that just lost their life all around the world. But it hit home when you know somebody. Jay was here twice. And my man Screw, that was like his protege, he brought him up. My man Screwface from the IBU, Unfound Flavor. And that was like, they gave me my whole rap thing, even though I did the beats and all of that. And for him to come out, he was sharp. He was sharp on his money tip. We don't never know what happened. And it goes back to what Cuzzo just said. Black people, we need to, we could say these things and say, we shouldn't kill each other. But it's always a lot more things that's going on, probably that we probably should talk about on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I think those type of things need to be addressed head up within the community. For instance, like I live on a rough block, and there are fights that happen, and I'm able, because who I am, to intervene in certain things, but there's other things that you just can't get involved. It's too, if it's not your beef, sometimes you shouldn't get in it. But then that it goes back to a grand scope, like, you could, like, if you see a man beating up on a woman, and you could go save the woman, but that dude could pull out and kill you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So you should always watch what you're getting into first, because sometimes you could be helping the one that started the trouble anyway. You just see them get whatever, and it's that too. But I don't know. There's something to be worked on. And I think that it's going to be up to the youth, the younger generation, to fix that more than the older generation, because we can talk, we can give wisdom, we can give pointers and direction. You can lead a horse to the river, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's up to, that, because y'all got some bright people in your generation. You do. Just like the brother said, he's made you about to be in the criminal justice, who know he might be the next residing judge over your life. You know what I'm saying? And we do got a lot of young judges coming up the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? So that's a positive thing. And I hope we get some justice, brother. We're going to get some justice, man. We gotta need some, cause we need it, man. It's going crazy, but we're still evolving. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming out.
I want to give
tell
a
them one
last
more
shout
time.
out
Go ahead.
to my cousin Jamar Tucker, Jay Tuck. I love you. Like I will forever miss you. You ain't deserve it, but baby, you in a better place now. And all I can say is that was God's plan. And I'll see you on the other side, bro.
Okay, now let's promote this one more time, because I want that the last thing to be on the
That's right. So this is my single, man, The Meanest, man. I love this song, man. It just tells so much of what I went through.
I like
you know what I mean?
it
A
too.
little bit of my story. You know, this is a real story, man. I wrote about. So
I was listening.
yeah, so this is real, man. Y'all go
That's
get
why
it on
I asked you
all
how long
major
it took you long to
platforms,
write it.
digital platforms. SHAFFONA Morgan, man. Don't forget the name. Go on YouTube, click like, man, subscribe, and just look for more.
And guess what? We did a whole 2-hour show with one song, and she came off. See, I'm gonna get you, so I know she gonna get mad.
He had to mention.
She the first, but you the first to do this. You the first to do that and came off. The other people can't do that. See, I love you, girl.
To my sister,
the girl, man. Let's come on, man.
Y'all, I love y'all, man. Thanks for listening.
Peace.
Yeah, no, come down on the brother like that.
Nah, it's just bro, like.